Hello everybody and welcome to episode 1 of Monifactory. Yes, so it's been a little bit of time since I've been recording for YouTube, or actually playing for that matter when I haven't been streaming. But I'm finally back and I'm fully ready to take on something else, which isn't Super Symmetry, because yeah, I got burnt out again from playing that. So a little bit to do with Monifactory. Well, no, not Monifactory, Monifactory. I haven't actually played Monifactory before, but I have played Monifactory when I was streaming. I also played in hard mode, which wasn't a mistake, but it was definitely challenging, and I wasn't able to complete it. That's a bit of history about this, which is why I want to try out this Monifactory, because this is built on version... It's the version of GregTech, which is GregTech Community Edition Unofficial Modern, instead of regular Community Edition Unofficial. Yes, so that was very fun looting the Lost Cities. When I played in Monifactory, I did not spawn with the Lost Cities actually enabled. Instead, I just spawned somewhere and didn't have the Lost Cities. I also didn't move to a Void World, which I'm going to try my hardest not to move to a Void World in this playthrough, because I just find Void Worlds, they're just a bit boring. But too boring for me, really. But one of the things which I did find in the Lost Cities is this fortune book, which is... I mean, it's a pretty good find, actually. So I'm gonna apply this to... Actually, I'm going to apply this to a full durability mining hammer, because this is going to come in very handy this early on. So yeah, I'm going to be using this one to go and mine some ores and to search for ores similar to Super Symmetry. You spawn with a prospector scanner, which allows you to search for ores. Wow, everything looks much different, because this is Minecraft version 1.20.1, I believe. So the thing which is actually required for the quest is iron plus wrought iron, so I suppose I need to be searching for that. Thankfully, there is a search bar up here, so I can actually search. Iron, yeah, it looks like there's some iron over there. I'm gonna head over there. There's even an arrow to show you what direction you're actually facing. That's pretty cool. I've actually settled with basaltic mineral sand instead of iron, because this one actually can be used to smelt directly into iron ingots. Also, on a side note, I do have the set home feature in this. So I can do set home iron, let's say. So now that's set. So if I do /home iron, it will teleport me there. I've already set one for the home, and I've also set another one for a copper vein, which I found, which is right underneath one of these cities. It was right down, like there was a piece of copper ore right underneath this ladder. Alright, that is the quest for wrought iron. ULVH. Oh, we have trophies. That's pretty cool. Now that I have some wrought iron, I now need to make the basic GregTech tools as per usual in this. One thing which I've also noticed with, what is this? EMI? Which is JEI's replacement. These buttons here. So I can set a default recipe. I can also queue up the recipe by the looks of it, which is pretty cool. It actually displays the recipe items up here if you hover over it. Oh, that's cool. That's how it works. Okay, so I've just discovered in EMI's settings page, there's actually a keybind. Where is it? I'm just looking for it. Craft one to inventory. So I've bound this to button 5, so this is going to be on my mouse. But any of these which I have queued up here for the recipe, if I just press that, that is so cool. It just crafts it straight into the inventory. So I'm assuming I'll be able to do the same with some of these recipes, like the wrought iron hammer. That is very useful. So if I set this as a default recipe and then queue up the recipe, you have trouble. I reckon that's the ore dictionary. Or a tag related issue or something along them lines. But yeah, anyway, I need to craft up. Yeah, let's do like a batch of 16 of these wrought iron plates. Then I need a file. Yeah, see, that one had a bit of difficulty. Wrought iron saw. Cool, that was a good noise. Oh, it did make the wrench. Okay, that should be the screwdriver. That's the wire cutters. And then the mortar, which requires just a bit of stone and the wrought iron. Oh, and apparently Wow, I have skipped a lot of quests. So I looted the anvil, and I'm guessing the axe I got from the quest, the steel I got from the cities. And the mining hammer I also got from the quest. Yeah, I should make like a dedicated barrel because I'm going to be accumulating a lot of these tools. Just to keep in here, just so that I have them in a central location. Also up here, these recipes are going to come in very, very handy. So the first bit of automation which I'm going to set up is going to be automating this snad. This stuff, I remember this from Monifactory. This stuff was really, really good in the early game. Also, how cool is that, being able to waterlog spruce leaves? Oh, and another thing, I've never actually played with the money nickels, so this is the first time. So I need to craft these into the money pennies. That sounds like something from a James Bond movie. Money penny. Yeah, that does feel like that, doesn't it? So I'm going to make these money pennies into sugarcane. I need to make it into sugarcane because I couldn't find any. Yeah, these are actually quite cool. They can also be used, I think, to craft. Yeah, look at all of the stuff which they can be used to make. Various things. ULV electric pumps. That might actually come in handy. I'm just having a play with this. Okay, so that's how we're going to have this set up. So this can be the on switch for this. So basically what happens is if you pulse this snad with the redstone signal really fast, it will make the sugarcane grow really, really fast. So hopefully that's what this will do. You know what? I'm going to swap these observers for repeaters. Oh my. Okay, that is a bit intense. That just instantly grows the sugarcane. Yeah, hopefully you're all following. This is gonna be ridiculous because I have another way to automate this. I have more observers and I've also planned for some pistons. Right, now this should work. That's kind of loud, isn't it? Okay, just bear with me. I think there's another mod which can help me. This one. So what is this? Easy sound muffler? It's something like that. If I just mute the piston sounds, it should make this much more comfortable to be around. Possibly, I'm gonna mute. Yep, that's the one. The grass breaking sound. And you may be thinking to yourself right now, why do I need this much sugarcane? Well, it can be used in the furnace as a combustible material. So instead of using planks, which is what I was using, I'm going to start using sugarcane. Looks like it burns for the same time as planks do. So what is that? That's 300 ticks, which in all honesty is that's not a bad exchange for what this will do. And there will be ways to collect the sugarcane from this. So at the moment it's manual. The next quest, by the looks of it, I need to go and collect some tin, coal and gold, which means more mining. That should be the quest. More materials completed. More money nickels. So something which I'm going to do is hopefully craft ULV conveyors, which will be able to transport 2 items per second. So you know what? Let's actually make like a stack of tin plates. And then what would that be? 21? Yeah, 21 normal item pipes. And that's also another quest which is over here. This quest just explains sort of how the item pipes actually work. They work similar to how Supersymmetry's item pipes. Yeah, that looks... Oh, that is so weird. Oh, that's like a build. That is neat, actually. You know what? That's going to come in very useful. And I can mine these with a pickaxe. Okay, so I actually have enough resources to actually do this, so I might as well. So let's upgrade one of these furnaces to be a very good tier. This is the upgrading for this is quite funny. So it's iron plus regular furnace equals an iron furnace. Iron to copper. Copper to silver. Silver to gold. And then the diamonds which I found at that diamond vein into a diamond furnace. I'm also going to make a couple of these upgrades. These will just increase the, if I can find some redstone, there it is. These will just increase the processing time, or actually no, they'll decrease the processing time of the furnace by half, whilst also doubling the amount of fuel which it uses. And I'm not entirely sure how many of these I can actually put in. If it's like the iron furnaces from regular Monifactory, this will only allow me to put in one of them. So I'll just set the input from the top, output from the bottom. And I'll say fuel input from the back, auto input, redstone ignored. Yes, you do need a screwdriver to be able to change this. So I want this to import max, and doesn't matter how I distribute this. Oh, and I'm also going to need to attach this to the back so that sugarcane can flow in here. I can only put in a speed upgrade, which is what I'm going to do. And for how fast this is going to be, okay, it can't keep up with the sugarcane. Yeah, this is more so the speed which I enjoy a furnace to be. So this should be able to keep up with all of my smelting needs for the future. I may have got a little bit carried away with this sugarcane farm, especially automating it. So this is how I'm actually collecting the sugarcane. I just have 4 hoppers underneath a minecart with the hopper, which is continuously moving. Yeah, so when I turn this lever off, any sugarcane will just be collected by that minecart, and it will slowly be deposited in here. Now that I have the sugarcane automated, I'm going to start worrying about some more quests. And I do apologize for my voice at the moment. It's very early in the morning when I'm recording this, so I'm still a bit tired. I'm so ready to make some machines now. That was a lot of preparing materials for this. So I started with the wire mill, polarizer, and the bending machine. These are going to be the first machines I'm going to be setting up. And I have been trying to do a little bit of building. It's coming along nicely. I think I'm going to save the rest of it though for the next episode. Yeah, only because, well, yeah, as you can probably see, there's quite a lot I want to build, and this episode, I don't want it to go too long. Yeah, let's hope that these machines don't care about the rain. I don't think they do. But yeah, that's the machines placed. Oh, GUI in this is good. So also they have configurations similar to how Ender IO has has their visualization. So, oh, that is nice. So this is the ghost circuit slot down here. So yeah, you can just set it to what you want in here. That's nice GUI. And then this is the overclocked here. I can only go low voltage or ULV. So yeah, I'll just leave that at LV. Oh, and I'm also using these conductive iron wires, as these are the lossless cables at low voltage, as you can see in here. And they're pretty cheap. They're cheap enough for me to make them. And the main theme of Monifactory is, well, a lot of the GregTech machines should be a lot easier to make. It's going to be less grindy compared to Supersymmetry or GT&H. I know I probably shouldn't be comparing this mod pack to them two, because them two are something else. But anyway, to be able to actually power these machines, I need to use one of these energy converters. So I'm guessing green is the output side. Would it be, or would the red be the output side? I don't know. I guess we'll find out that together. Yeah, so as I was saying, this low voltage energy converter needs some form of power in the form of redstone flux, or Fe. And the way that I'm going to generate that is using the steam dynamo from Classic Steam Dynamo. It's basically the first way to actually start generating power, to get that rotation correct. Yeah, so 40 RF per tick, and the energy conversion ratios for GregTech, it's a 4:1, so 4 redstone flux equals 1 EU. So this is producing 40, this will actually be producing 10 EU per tick. Then this just needs a source of water, and this does actually auto output. Yeah, that's a source of water, and temporarily... actually, you know what, I'm going to move that. Yeah, I've just moved the water collector underneath the steam dynamo, because that one doesn't actually need to be seen. Then storage drawer, which I'm just going to fill up with the sugarcane. There you go, we're producing power. And by the looks of it... oh, I reckon I need to set that. Extract? Yes, that is extracting. And this is filling. Aha, okay, red is the output side, green is the input. Yes, that's working. Yes, we have machines. Quite easily. We have low voltage machines. Yeah, Monifactory skips the steam age, which, yeah, it completely speeds up the whole progression. So I've been preparing materials for a little while now, and I'm finally ready to actually sort of share this with everyone. So yes, basically I'm going to improve how I actually mine things now, because, well, actually before I craft anything else, I will just share I've added a couple more machines. Oh, this was a detour to go down. All of these machines, I needed to actually make the diamond plates for this, for the diamond drill head. This basically requires a basic cutter from GregTech. And to get this, it needed a cobalt brass buzzsaw, which meant that I needed, what was that, cobalt, aluminium, and zinc, which instead of going and mining that, I went and spent some of the money coins on it. At this point, you probably wouldn't be surprised on how much crafting there actually is, because yes, it is GregTech. Although it is easier than other mod packs, it's still GregTech. So anyway, I want to craft a flux capacitor. This will allow me to charge any RF related items in my inventory. And a Tinker's Workbench, this will basically be used to actually charge the capacitor. You don't have to do this, it's also used for augmentation of like the capacitors or any of the thermal expansion tools. And it's also about time that I get a Fluxo magnet. So when this is enabled, it just uses energy to pull items which are further away from you into your inventory. And finally, I should be able to make this diamond drill head. now that I have the cutting machine and the diamond drill, low voltage diamond drill. And while I'm here, I might as well enchant this since I have the experience to do so. Okay, that is not what I was expecting actually. Should we... I want to enchant this, yeah. Here's a suggestion. Instead of mining, because I only need a handful of lapis, I'm just going to buy it with the money pennies. Yeah, is this enchantment just fortune, or is it fortune and efficiency? Fingers crossed. Just fortune. Okay. Well, I mean, it's still fortune on a diamond drill. And I think on that flavorful note, I'm going to wrap up the episode here. Yeah, I'm excited to be able to play this, just to be able to play again. I think in between episodes, I'm probably going to do some more mining because I'm low on loads of things after today. I mean, I'm not low on iron, but I definitely could do with some more tin, silver, and gold. So that's what I'll be up to. So as always, I hope you've all thoroughly enjoyed today's episode as much as I've enjoyed playing, and I hope to see you all in the next episode of Monifactory.